Hey, it's me, Raika. Today we're going to have a look at the brand new permanent feature, the Ghoulish Gallery. Now, this event introduces a massive amount of relics for your heroes currently available. Now, this will have 2 class relics for each class currently available, being warriors, tanks, celerity, mages, and support-based heroes. Now, some of these relics are extremely potent and also be used in the current game modes. So, unlike current game modes where you do not have access to any artifacts or relics, these artifacts will be present in some, if not all, of these game modes currently available. So, let's have a look at these relics. Now, out of these 2 warrior based relics, the Zolrath relic is extremely powerful and will be highly beneficial for any warrior based hero. So, let's have a look at it. Temporal cover. Now, when you unlock or acquire this relic, this will give you this ability. You will delay the enemy hero by 1.25 seconds as soon as they enter battle. So this allows you a bit of build up time so you can build up energy, start dealing damage, and allowing that hero to use their abilities before the enemy can. Now, when you unlock the next level, this is where the sweet stuff comes in. So when the hero takes fatal damage for the first time, they are immune to that damage and revert to their position and status 5 seconds ago. So this is extremely powerful, especially in PvP, where this will be a game-breaking relic on your warrior heroes. Now, the next one over here, Shadow Dancer, is mostly a damage-based relic, where anytime your allied hero uses their ultimate, they will enter a phased version for 6 seconds, during which they will receive 20 points of attack speed and 20 points of crit rating. And the level up, while in the phased version, when the hero or holder deals a critical strike, the phase inflicts additional damage equal to 30% of the damage value. So this amount is placed on top of the damage value that the hero is using. So this will be excellent in any PvE or Curse Drum or Nightmare Corridor based events. So let's have a look at the tank relics. So as we can see over here, we have 2. This one over here is Timeline Watch. Now this has a similar effect to the Zolrath one. However, this is slightly different and is more akin to Orthos' ability. So let's have a look at it. Time control. After entering the battlefield, the holder stops time for 3 seconds the first time they receive damage. Now this is excellent, especially if your tank is on the front line. They take damage, stop time. This allows them to use their abilities, heal up, and start controlling the enemy heroes. During this time, only the holder can move, but any passive effect on the allied hero will still be in effect. Each time this effect is triggered, the duration of the same effect subsequently triggered by the allied hero is reduced by 40%. And the level up, every 0.5 seconds, the time is stopped. Inertia inflicts damage equal to 15% of the holder's max health on the enemy hero. So this is extremely powerful, especially at the beginning of battle. So let's have a look at the next ability here, or artifact. Spell Bondage. The Soul Suction ability, every 8 seconds, the enemy hero with the highest health is prioritized as the target, where 10% of their health is stolen and converted into a shield for the holder for 5 seconds. When the shield ends, the remaining shield value is converted back into health equal to value of the returned target's health pool. The +1 ability, while the shield is active, the target's attack and defense rating are reduced by 20% respectively. So this is an excellent debuff tactic, especially for bosses, as this will allow your allies to survive longer because of the debuff to their attack and defense rating. So this one is not as strong compared to the Timeline Watch. So let's have a look at the next 2. Ranger class artifacts. So these 2 are not that strong. However, they are mainly focused in dealing more damage to the enemy heroes. So let's have a look at this. Judgment Armor. The ability Divine Sanction. Every 4 times the holder inflicts a normal attack damage on a single enemy hero, the target suffers additional damage equal to 200% of the holder's attack rating. So this is excellent to get that extra double damage effect. The +1, the enemy receiving additional damage is stunned for 2 seconds, so an extra control ability. So let's have a look at the next class artifact. Sandstorm Fangs. Boiling Berserker. When inflicting control effects, the holder slices the target for 4 seconds. The sliced target suffers health loss equal to 80% of the holder's attack rating for 1 second. If the target's position changes within 1 second, their health loss is increased to 120% of the holder's attack rating. Now when you level up this artifact, when an enemy's health lost from the being sliced exceeds 12% of their max health, they become terrified for 3 seconds. This effect can only be triggered on a target once every 8 seconds, so another control-based effect. So out of the next two mage artifacts, the Oden one is extremely powerful. However, we will start off with Captive Wings. Beguiling Whispers. When a holder's ultimate skill ends, the beguile the nearest enemy hero for 2 seconds. The beguiled enemy can only use their normal attack. So this is a silence-based ability, the level or the upgrade. Meanwhile, the holder summons a minion. So this is similar to Mehira's minions that continuously attack the nearest enemy hero, dealing damage equal to 200% of the holder's attack rating, restoring the holder's health for 100% of the damage value, and only one minion can be present at a time. So let's have a look at the next one, the Oden-based artifact, Oculus Diabolus. Dark Portal. When the holder's ultimate skill ends, they summon an alternate time-space above the enemy hero, with the highest energy, dealing AoE damage equal to 120% of the holder's attack rating and erasing 50 points of energy of the damaged enemy hero. So as we can see over here, if the enemies are grouped up, this will do a significant amount of damage. So when you level up this ability, the enemy hero suffering damage from the alternate time space will be marked with Eye of Evil. When they have been marked with 3 times, cuffs of destruction are generated to raise 300 points of energy on the target. So this is extremely effective if the mage hero has a lot of haste and continuously attacks one particular target. So let's have a look at the next two support-based relics. Now out of these two, both of them are extremely strong. However, this one over here, or Rowan's artifact over here, will be extremely potent across every single game mode currently available. So let's have a look at Trader's Vault. When the battle has progressed for 6 seconds, the holder sets up a supply store at its formation location with 2 bottles of health and 1 bottle of energy, which can restore health for 200% of the holder's attack rating as well as 200 energy points respectively. The level up or the upgrade, each type of potion is replenished 8 seconds after it has finished and can be replenished up to 3 times per battle. So you can have 3 of these stores every single 8 seconds when the battle has begun. So this is extremely powerful relic that can supercharge your allies' damage, allowing them to ult more and to give them additional healing that your allied support can provide. So let's have a look at the next ability. Now this is a cheat death based ability for your supports, which is called Luminous Flight. Dream Hopper. The first time the holder receives fatal damage, they are immune to damage, recover 30% of their max health, and flash for 2 seconds. While flashing, the holder cannot be targeted. The level 1 upgrade. When the flashing ends, the enemy hero closest to the holder falls into a dream and wakes up after 4 seconds or suffers a cumulative damage equal to 40% of their max health. So as we can see over here, from all of these relics, the ones that I would highly recommend building would be Rowan's potions for that extra utility that your allied hero can provide, the massive amount of control and damage from the Oculus Diabolus for the mage-based heroes. Then I would also recommend the Timeline Watch for any tank-based heroes, as this is extremely effective for your tanks. And the other one that I would recommend, especially for PvP, is Temporal Cover, as this is an excellent artifact to pair with your warrior-based heroes. So how do we acquire all of these fantastic relics for our heroes? So as we can see over here, we need to summon them through this beacon over here. So we click on the plus over here, we select the relic that we would like to acquire. And once we have done so, then we need to select the Bazaar totem. So as we can see, these are the Bazaar totems that I have. Now, you can acquire more of these totems to get even more powerful buffs for your particular relic. Now, you can align your relic according to a particular route. So let's say you want a damaged, focused relic. Then you want all of these totems which provide damage-based buffs to your allied heroes. Now, if you want that sweet level 1 upgrade for all of your relics, then you'll need to use this supreme skill set totem over here. So once you've selected all three, as we can see, I've selected all three, then you can start exploring. So how do we get these bizarre totems? We can get them through this mystic cage over here. Now, this is acquired through this mystic cage item over here, which allows you to draw some of these relics over here. So let's do that. So we can draw 10. As we can see, these are the relics that we have acquired. So this is the probability of acquiring each relic. Now, once you have used, or as in my case, gotten 109 of these particular ones, you can unlock the wish list, and then you can particularly summon whichever relic that you require to build up your heroes. So as we can see over here, we have gotten a couple of these relics over here, or bizarre totems. So we can combine them in order to acquire the next tier. Now, the next tier is more powerful, allows you to acquire higher tier relics. So as we can see over here, we can get a couple of these. You can click on combine, and now you can get a random tier relic or bizarre totem. All right, so you can have a look at which one you would like to acquire. Then in addition, you can also select summon one particular one. So I'm going to choose the level up one over here, as we can see. There we go, select. Perfect, I've gotten that one. Now you can acquire more of these summoning tokens, as we can see over here. Each time you have completed the gallery more and more times, then you'll get up to 300 of these summon tokens, where you can acquire more relics and get more powerful features for your allies.